Coming to the microphone. He's from OptionMillionaires.com. Back last summer, he sold his 25-cent Google calls for $1.25. Later on, they fetched $25. It's UPB. Thanks for joining me in this wonderful Wednesday evening, June 20th. Oh, so glad to have you with me. Wild day in the markets, even wilder day in the option market. Option traders are just going wild crazy today. We started the week with some grease lightning, and today was some twist and shout. What's going to be tomorrow's song? All you song lovers out there, give me a heads up. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? I can't figure it out just yet. I had a great video the other night. I highlighted 6 option trades, and 5 of the out of the 6 returned over 75%. And one of them, yes, just one, U.S. Steel, symbol is X. It's a Dow component. Hit a 5-year low recently. Called for that to bounce. Oh, did it ever bounce? Let's pull up a chart of X. U.S. Steel. U.S. Steel was triple X the last couple days since I alerted it. Down here, 20 cents for the $19 calls. They were way out of the money. Way out of the money. And today, they went $1.85 in the money. That means they went from 20 cents, that's just premium, that's just far-fetching value there, not even worth anything other than the premium, the potential, to $1.85 of real money, intrinsic value. Booyah! Put that into perspective. In 2 days, that's from $200 into $1,800. Just a wild, awesome move. Thank you. That was a great call, wasn't it? Come on. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, don't have to get on your feet for that. Just a round of applause. Just that'll suffice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. So yes, a wild day, wild, crazy, crazy day. I highlighted also in my update the other night VXX, and I told you if you were listening, maybe you weren't, maybe you were watching the Bulls, not the Bulls, the Heat. Oh my gosh, oh my goodness, oh I'm going crazy out of my mind. Yeah, the Heat. Yeah, it's funny I bring up the Bulls because I hated them just as much as I hate the Heat right now, and that's probably why they're going to win the NBA championship. So let's move on before my blood pressure starts to rise. Um, VXX. So I got into the $17 calls like I said I was going to. I said if we drop down to this support line here, this support line at about 16.25 on the VXX, I'd get in. And sure enough, we hit it, and I got in. And ultimately, I could have got in at a little better price. I got in at 39 cents. And my goal, and it's always good, I was talking to my class the other day, it's always good when you get into an option contract, just an out-of-the-money call or put, to have a specific price, not only for that option, or a potential gain that you want for that option, but also the price you think that stock's going to go to, or the maximum price where you think you should be getting out. And so I said to myself, 17. This was the gap down, the price right up here, 17. That's what we gapped down from. And sure enough, today, when the Federal Reserve came out with their exciting Operation Twist, their twist at about 12:15, the VIX rallied, and I got my order in while it was rallying, and I got out at 59 cents. I believe the high was 70, so if I got out perfectly, it was almost a 75% gain. Instead, it was about, gosh, 55%, something like that. I didn't do the math on it. But either way, it was a nice gain, and I'm so happy I got out because the VXX just continued to drop. VXX tracks the short-term futures, and after that move higher in the VIX kind of just meandered and ended up closing down 6.2%. Now, it's pretty ironic if you think about it. The VIX stands for the Volatility Index. What is volatility? Someone tell me. You. All right, Charles, tell me what volatility is. Basically, all right, well, let me tell you, Charles. Take it easy. Volatility is movement. Movement. If things are just flat, there's no volatility. Things are moving around wildly, stocks are moving around, that's volatility. I mean, let's just look at the one-day chart for the S&P 500 futures here. This is just a wild. I mean, just look at this movement we had. We had the statement come out, and then, oh gosh, let's not even... We sold off because Operation Twist wasn't good enough. Extending Operation Twist the whole year wasn't good enough. But what was good enough? That hot lady out in Germany. Oh, you know her. Oh, man, we're going to fight over this one. Merkel. Oh, man. Somebody pull up a picture of her. She is just so gorgeous after about 2 cases of beer. And we rallied because she said, we're open now to, bailing everyone out, which is what Germany's going to have to do if they don't want the whole Eurozone to just completely collapse, get sucked in like a black hole. And so that's why we rallied, really. And then ultimately we started to fall. And then when Big Ben started to speak right about here, somebody saw how much hair he was losing, and we continued to fall. And then, miraculously, we pulled back. I mean, if you're trading short-term options, you're trading weekly options, you're just, you're going to look like Ben Bernanke. You're going to just pull your hair out because, unless you're being nimble. Let me just get this out. Let me just get this out while I can. Anyone who traded this to perfection, there you go. I'm giving you got props because there was really no telling exactly where the market was going to go. Sure, we could have said, all right, no QE, metals, commodities are going to fall. And they did. But then they rallied. Silver came back was even. USO, oil, that USO tracks the oil, came back, was higher than ever today. It was at its highs. And then melted lower. It's just, I'm out of breath. Just a while. Maybe it's Merkel. Maybe I'm thinking about her. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to sweat. Someone give her a call. Is she available? All right, let's move on. We had some great trading today. Great, fabulous trading if you were in JCP. Who likes JCP? Those coupons they give you. I don't think they do the coupons anymore. Oh, I just put in JCP. JCP, it says it does not exist. Well, maybe down in the future. Let's move on. Let me get a different chart here. But JCP recovered. Let me just show you this gap down we had. Look at that gap. And look, it's almost back to closing that gap. So if you had played that, say, yesterday's fall, look, it was not easy. This was not easy money until later on in the session yesterday. The JCP $23 calls right up here that expire this week were pennies. Pennies. Isn't that fun? Come on. Someone. Just a little chuckle. JCP, pennies. Oh, that's pretty. All right. Knee slapper. The $23 calls were going for pennies. Come on, I got to laugh. And ultimately, they hit about 70 cents today. That's a 10-bagger. Could have bought a lot of cheap clothing. All right. And then we had soda. Soda was up. Gosh, it's had such a great move. Down at about 33 last week, middle of last week. And today, nice move up. I guess I don't know why it's going higher. I don't drink soda. I don't. I actually drink a lot of water. I just started juicing. Very healthy for you. All those sugars and soda. All right. Hopefully the stock doesn't crash tomorrow. Don't blame it on me if it does. But no, great move. Had you bought into the call options early on last week, I had the foresight to see this run. You're looking at 200, 300, 400% gain depending on what strike. And even today, 50, 75, 100% gain. Now there's a thinly traded options for the stock. So tough to get into without putting a limit order. Otherwise you're chasing it, so to speak. So other than that, it was a great trading day if you were in and out. Hopefully we'll see some more stability tomorrow. And what do I think? Well, I think I'll get into a video later on tonight with some option trades. Like I said, the last video I did, 5 of the 6 turned over 75%. So you might want to stay tuned for tonight's video. But the VIX is down 6%. Merkel, that beautiful lady, came out. They're going to bail them out. Come on. I've been talking about this for weeks. Central banks are going to bail out. Now, Ben Bernanke, now he's saying, all right, just to twist, they're not doing the QE. Eventually going to do the QE. That's always there, he said. They're still open to the stimulus. They'll never pull that out until if and when, which we probably never will, fully recover. But we still have Europe to worry about. And if they can paper over that mess, we're going to go higher. And I think that's what the VIX is telling you. The fear of a collapse of the Eurozone is dwindling. That's what the VXX is telling you. So, this is UPB from OptionMillionaires.com. I thank you so much for joining me. Hope you had a great evening. And stay tuned for my video tonight where I'll have just some amazing option trades coming just from one of the most intelligent trader out there. If you know where he is, give him a call. Take care. Goodbye.